And yeah, thank you for inviting me and asking me to share it with you. And my story. So I'm 25. Okay, I'm pretty young, I guess. And I finished. I was my whole childhood. I was a really great horseback rider, and it was my dream back then to become a rider and become successful in that and everything. But because of some family situation and a lot of and the loss of money and everything, I had to give up on that. And this was like maybe my first really hard like hitting bottom, because I lost a desire for something that I was working hard, my whole childhood. And then there came the time to choose the faculty, as we all must go to the faculty and having a degree and living our lives as other people are saying that we have to do it. And I decided to take the advantage of me being young and saying, well, I will figure it out what I want to do later, and I'm just going to like grab some faculty that is going to be easy for me, and I can be that I can do things that I want to do, mostly unproductive party things and things like that. And I've ended up on the Faculty of Environmental Sciences and in the Faculty of Science in Zagreb. And I was pretty great student. I really got great grades, and I was really doing I was working there and everything. I ended up living in Barcelona because of some project and that I was on, and then after I was in Netherlands as well, in Eindhoven, and all regarding to this job and to this faculty and everything. And when Corona came up, I came back to Croatia and decided to work as an ecologist. And I specialized myself in ornithology. So I was like searching for birds, and things like that. And this is the hardest time when I realized that I don't love what I do. Well, I love because it's a nature and I really respect it, and I believe that we all should respect it. And I think it's the most important part of our lives. And because of that, I really appreciate my job and I think it's important. But I don't enjoy my job and I don't love it because there is one thing that it really missed, and this is working with people. And other thing was that I had a really hard time during this job experiences. In 2 years, I have changed 3 companies because of really on the low payment. So I was paid around $400 to $500 or euros. It's equal here in Croatia per month, and it was terrible. So you cannot live with that payment. And also on my first job, I when I had to sign my like agreement, I got like a description of my job as I have to work for 20 hours and I just have to do some field trips, and things like that. And I was working full time. I was on my field trips every week, and it didn't matter if it was snowing or it was raining or it was windy or it was summer or it was winter. No matter, we were constantly in the field, but paid for nothing. And then I changed that. I wanted to change, and I was like, I know it's my first job, but I'm not so stupid. I'm not going to sign this agreement. And I quit. And then I ended up in the next company. And in that company, I had really some strange experiences and not nice experiences. So when I was working on a huge project here in Croatia. And I was the only one who was investigating ornithology at that field. So I ended up on a field that was really strange, and I was attacked by a bear, once, and then I was attacked by a migrant as well, and it was terrible. These two situations were like really under they caused me like stress. Like even now I cannot sleep because of that. And when that ended up, I got the offer to work on a minefield, because in Croatia we had the war 30 years ago, so we still have these mines all around it. And that was like the, you know, the I don't know, the point where I said, oh my God, this has to stop. And then I ended up in the third company, which I had similar situation and similar conditions. And in all that period, I was so miserable, you know, because I didn't love the job I do. I was trying to find myself. I had this really hard time, and I wanted to leave, you know, I'm a young girl. I want to leave. I want to experience my life. And I couldn't do that because of the money, because of all the things that I have to do in my life, and I cannot do it because I'm underpaid. And all that made me really, really miserable. And there was one night when I was like, really, I just asked, I don't know, something. I was so miserable. I was sitting in my room all alone, and I was just asked, can you, God, please send me a person or someone who is going to show me that I'm worthy and that I can do something more. And then my best friend showed up. He taught me a lot, and he gave me the opportunity, or he gave me confidence to get the opportunity of becoming PGI consultant.
Wow, what a story. So she's, you know, while ago she thought like, you know, like she had a big dream, big desire to become a horse rider, but because of the circumstances she was going through, she had to give up on that dream, right? We all have dreams, but most of the people, they give up on their dreams because of the current circumstances, right? That's what she did. Then she was doing like what everybody was asking her to do, like go to the college and get some education and get a job, right? So she did that too. She went to the college, got the qualification, and she ended up in a job that she was going through like hustles, right? She loved the environment science, but she didn't like what she was getting paid. Is that right, Lucija?
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, she didn't get paid right, and she was going through some, you know, some terrible incidents. She got attacked by a bear, and she got attacked by a migrant, and she was going through all this negative situation. You know, sometimes in our life the universe is giving you a signal, hey, you're not on the right path, so we have to act on that path, right? In my case, in my story, someone came and robbed me. He put a knife onto me, and you know, that was my message. So maybe you don't have to wait for that message. You can start to change right now, right? Don't wait for something bad happen. And she's very lucky. You know, this happened to her while she was in her 20s, early 20s, right? What if that happened to her when she's 50? It's too late, right? It happened to me when I was 35, 37. Sorry, that's a little bit too late, but still I'm lucky, you know, like I got more, yeah. But you don't have to wait till something crazy to happen to change your life. You can change your life today. You can start that change today, guys. Okay, that's why, like, just listen to these stories. They're so powerful. So what happened after that, Lucille? How did you meet Bob Proctor? Like what? So how did you meet Bob Proctor?
Yeah. So I completely agree. If you have a feeling that something is wrong, then you have to act on it on time, because when I postponed my reaction for a long period of time, and I knew that something is wrong. So in between all of this, after this, when I had to give up on my dream, I ended up in. I cannot say that it is a depression. It was a depression because it was also I had a problem with hypochondria, which is like the fear of diseases, and I had a problem with a really low self-confidence and a lot of other fears in my life, and a lot of things that put me in some kind of way of depression. But I didn't want to admit myself that, so I was like really a fighter, you know. I was constantly working on something and giving some projects to me so that I don't feel that. And sorry. And I think that maybe I didn't want to admit that to myself. But at the end of my faculty, when I ended up in Barcelona by myself, I felt really sad. And usually I was blaming others for these feelings, like my parents and things like that. But in that point in my life, I was living by myself, and I didn't have anyone to blame, you know. And that was the point when I realized, okay, something is wrong with me, not people around me, but with me. And then when I came back to Croatia, before all these jobs that started, I started to work on myself. I was working with a coach, and she is an amazing lady. She changed my life. She changed my perspective. She changed everything. And I was really working on myself, but not because of I didn't want to become successful. I just want to be happier, you know. I just want to find the meaning of my life. And during this period on this work, I was introduced in a lot of materials on self-development. And one of the materials that I was introduced to was also Bob Proctor's materials. And, you know, in a sea of all of this information, he's the one who really like caught me, you know. So I started to study him, and this is the first time that I was introduced to Proctor Gallagher Institute as the institute and the company. And then I had these old jobs and this everything, and this lady really, she helped me a lot through this period. I think that I would stuck a longer period of time if she wasn't there for me. But then in one point when I stopped everything and when I said, okay, now I have to move and I have to do something even bigger, I met my best friend, Mario, who introduced me to Thinking into Results as a program. And I was telling him about my dreams. You know, I have a dream of helping young people as me to start to recognize their dreams earlier in life and to really believe in themselves that they can achieve them, because I think that young people are not going for these dreams, you know. They giving up on them really early, as I did as well. So I want to help them, and this is my dream. And I explained him that. And then he was also into Thinking into Results. He introduced me to his mentor, Mario, as well. And they both made me, they didn't make me, they just knew that I want to be PGI consultant. So they just, you know, like push me over the cliff, jump. It's time to jump. And I just like, I don't know how. I had a million paradigms back then, money paradigms, timing paradigms. My first job as myself, you know, as my own boss. And then I was just like, oh my God, all of this and all by myself, you know. But I'm not on myself. I have a great people around me right now. And I really see them all growing with me as well. I see my clients work growing as well, and I'm so proud of myself, but I'm so thankful to them, because I would never jump. I will never jump.
So you're proud of yourself.
Have a mentor.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're proud of yourself because you made a decision to chase your dreams again, right? And you got the tools from Bob Proctor, and you made a decision. You want to become a consultant and help. You want to become a coach and help other people to change life. But did you have money to do that? Like,
No, not at all. It was like this. I invested. I don't know how. I honestly, it was a miracle. You know, when you want something and you don't know how you're going to get it, and but you really want it, and you're trying everything. And this is how it happened to me. It just came out of the nowhere, and I was surprised that I succeeded to collect that amount of money, you know, back then. And in like, I don't know, half a month, everything came back.
happen. Yeah, you know,
Even
like
more.
even with me, when I had to invest to become a coach, it's like 50,000 Australian dollars when it comes to Australian dollars, right? Then I had no idea how I'm going to find that, but I wanted it so badly. Like, if you want something so badly, money wouldn't be a problem. You will find money. You know, there's a biggest excuse people have. I can't start my business because I don't have a capital, right? I can't travel
Yes,
because I don't have money. I can't do this, that because I don't have money. But if you really want something, you will find money, right? Think
you
about
will find a way.
think about everything in your home. You bought them because you wanted them, right? Maybe you didn't have
Yeah,
money to buy your home or the car or the jewelry, but you just bought it anyway. Is that
and
right?
I agree with you. You know, it's all about investment. And back then, I was asked two questions. What is the most important thing I want to invest in? Which was obviously the answer myself, because I'm the only one who can change my life. And the second question was, if I was the person I want to be,
Mm.
would I consider this as a problem? These was the two questions that I have been asked back then, and they changed my life.
Yeah, beautiful two questions. What's the best investment and who do I want to become, right?
Yes.
So you decided the best investment is investing in yourself and you want to become someone who helping the world, making an impact in this world, right? So, and it happened. And you didn't have skills, you didn't have money, you didn't have time, but you found everything, did you?
Yeah, I committed my life to that.
Yeah, if you are committed, if you make a committed decision, you can have anything you want, right? You can have anything. Money wouldn't
Definitely.
be a problem. Money will come to you somehow. Like, even I didn't know how I found this $50,000, but somehow the money came to me. That's why I'm a coach right now, right? So it's unbelievable how you're going to find money when you want something so badly. All you need to
Yeah,
build this desire in your subconscious mind. Is that right, Lucija?
completely. I completely agree with you.
Yeah.
There is no obstacles. You know, if you want to have something in your life, and if you want to be something in your life, there is no obstacles. We always think from the point of obstacles, but there are none. You
Yeah,
know, the only
absolutely.
obstacle is we.
Yeah, only obstacle is your inner story. It's in your mind, isn't it? Like, oh, I'm not good enough. I don't have money. I'm not looking good. I don't know. Everything in your mind.
Yeah,
You know?
I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. And the best investment, if you ask any millionaire, like if you ask them what's the best investment you did, they probably say investing in themselves. Like Warren Buffett, I think he's the best investor in the world. Tony Robbins asked the question, what's the best investment you ever done in your life? He said, like, it's $100 I've invested in myself long time ago. So that's what helped him to become a billionaire, right? Because when you invest in yourself, you can make more money, you can have better relationship, you can have better health, you can have anything you want, right? Simply.
I agree completely.
Yeah. So then what happened, like after that you became a consultant, like you didn't believe you can become a consultant because you didn't have money, you wasn't that confident,
I
and you
didn't
didn't have.
believe anything. Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't believe if I'm going to have any client, like who is going to listen to me? Am I able to teach someone anything? You know, I had like everything.
absolutely.
But you know what? I just gave a chance to my life, And I really believe that we are the spirit, you know, that we possessing these higher capabilities, and that we are really having unconditional potential in ourselves. And I just let these beliefs lead me. You know, I didn't fight. I'm not fighting for anything. I'm enjoying my process. And I see every day that I grow even more. And I think that's the point that I have learned for now. You know, just accept and just enjoy and just be the best version of yourself as you can be for right now, and work on yourself and give that to other people. Teach
Yeah,
them the same things that I have been taught. And this is what I do, and I really enjoy it. And then I I think this is the way how I put off a lot of pressure from me.
absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful story, you know, like, so just tell us about, like, you know, how you didn't believe. So how did you start creating new beliefs? Because on the day 2 of this training series, Become Unstoppable, we were talking about, you know, paradigm shift, like how we can
Okay.
build new beliefs in yourself. So how did you build a new belief that you're good enough? Like, what kind of process did you use?
Well, I when you become a consultant, you start to to learn about thinking into results, which is the program that is our mentor Bob Proctor made. And Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher, they both made it. And this is the like the I don't know, the gift from them to all of us to change ourselves and to change our mind. And with the help of my mentor, who I really appreciate, and I think that some things I would never understand the way that I understand without him. Um, I think these two things that they taught me how to change myself. They taught me that I have to change the way how I think about me, first of all, then about everything else, that I'm the master of my mind, and that I can choose my thoughts as well, and that my mind is built out of the thoughts and feelings and my actions, and that I have to, that I'm the one who is responsible for my thoughts, and then these thoughts will produce the feelings, and I want to change my feelings because I have the what I feel, I vibrate, and this is what I send to the universe, and the universe sends me back the results that I actually have feelings, you know, about. So I I learned a lot about me, my mind, my inner state, my attitude. I had to change my attitude a lot, my self-image, and honestly, working on myself and on my beliefs about me and on my self-image and on my attitude. I think this is the basic thing that I had to change
And yeah,
to
so yeah,
become
actually
successful.
yesterday we were talking about yesterday's training. It was about self-image, right? You got to write down a script there, who you want to become. So did you work
Yes.
on that as well? Did you write a script about yourself, who you want to become, and I want to become this certain person?
Yeah, I have a script what I want to become in 1 month, 3 months, 9 months.
Yeah.
And also I have a script what I want to see myself in 5 years, 10 years, and then where I want to see myself as an old lady.
Absolutely. She got a beautiful vision for, you know, she has a beautiful vision for 1 year, 10 years, and, you know, vision when she's
Yeah,
hopefully 100 years old, right? So, yeah, so
even
that's
more,
what,
even
like,
more.
yeah, absolutely. Me and Lucija, we've been blessed because we got this blueprint from Bob Proctor. Like, he told us, like, he was teaching us how to build a new belief. Because if you don't
Yeah,
believe in yourself, all you got to do is build a new belief, right? When you build these new beliefs, you act differently and you get in different results. That's what happening. If you thought like, I'm not good enough, that's what I had the beliefs I had, right? I'm not good enough. Who's going to listen to me? I don't know anything about technology, right?
yeah,
So all you got to do is change the belief. If you're not good enough, you got to change the belief into I am good enough. I'm confident, right? And if you're not good with technology, go and learn it, right? That's it. When you have the process, it's going to be so easy, guys. Okay, so both of us, we got this process from Bob Proctor, step-by-step process, how you can change your belief, how you can build a new self-image, how you can shift your paradigm. And we totally changed our lives. You're listening to this story because she was going through this incredible program called Thinking in Results, right? And now she's teaching to other people too. Now, both of us, we are teaching it to other people. We are trying to give this to many people in this world. Okay, that's why we're doing these things. That's why we've been so lucky to share this information with you guys. Okay, so Lucija, tell us about, so what happened in your life after going through this amazing program called Thinking into Results? So what happened?
Well, I completely changed. You know, I didn't change just on my job. I changed my job, and I changed everything. I have higher income. My income now is like, I never imagined that, and I had to imagine that through the program. You know, we are working on our imagination as a tool that is very important. And also, I changed everything. You know, I found my love in my life. I never thought that I'm worth of any love. I changed the perception of my life. I'm grateful. You know, I'm grateful for the first time for being who I am and for going through what I have been going through. And I just met new people. You know, I changed my circle of people around me. I see my potential right now, and I use this potential to help others. And I don't know, I completely changed. I see the world in a different way, and I understand people better. And not just understand, I know that, like, now I can help them. I can help them by my example. I can help them with my own knowledge that I gathered through these years. And also I can help them with this program, because this is the really life-changing program.
Yeah.
And and I know that it's amazing, and it's impossible to not change.
Yeah.
You know, and you become like so much better person with so much freedom and so much love, and you just find all these small things that we forget about, very important, you know, and we just start to enjoy our lives. And I think this is the most important thing, to enjoy the lives and to really open the potential of yourself and give at least a small part of this potential back to the world, because this is the only mission we are here for.
Yeah, absolutely. Just have a look at this story, guys. It's an amazing story. A couple of years ago. So when did you start thinking into results? Like exactly, like when did
3 months,
3 months
2
ago?
months ago.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
See what she had in 3 months, guys. Okay, like 6 months before, she was going through a hell. Like she was making 500 euros per month and working in jobs that she hated. She got attacked by a bear. She was attracting all these negative people in her life, negative situations, everything, because she was living outside in. She let the circumstances control her, right? There are two ways to live: outside in and inside out, right? She was living outside in. She was worried about what she was making. She was worried about what people she's attracting in her life. She even attracted the bear, right? A bear attacked her. A migrant attacked her. Because when you are with this negativity, you always keep attracting negative things in your life, right? Negative people, negative situations. That's called law of attraction. Law of attraction is always working. But for most of the people, it's working in a negative way. So that's how it was working for her a few months ago. Is that right, Lucija? So you were attracting really bad things in your life, like things that you really didn't want in your life?
Sorry, my camera went off. Yeah, yes. Completely agree with you.
Yeah. So then what happened? She's been so lucky. She met her mentor, who's my mentor, Bob Proctor, right? Then she was going through this incredible program called Thinking into Results. And within 3 months, she changed her reality. So what she did, she stopped living outside in life, right? So then she learned from Mr. Bob Proctor how you can live inside out instead of living outside in, right? Now she doesn't care what's happening in the outside world. She's going towards to her big dream, and she got a big vision for 1 year, 10 years, for next 30 years, right? And she's young. She started so early. She's only 25 years old, right? And I wish I got this when I was 25. I could have been multi-millionaire by now if I got it when I was 25, Lucija, right now. But I am so lucky. I got it when I'm 38. I got it when my kids are so young.
I think it's never too late. You know, honestly, I think it's never too late.
Yeah, absolutely. It's never too late. Doesn't matter how old you are right now. Just imagine, KFC guy started KFC business when he was 60. And Donald Trump, he started, becoming the president when he was 70, right? Ages are just numbers, right? You have full potential. Until you die, you can have anything you want, do anything you want. So that's what happened. Is that right? So before you met Bob, you were attracting all these negative things in your life. You were going through some hard time. You were blaming other people, your parents and your friends. But then you got this amazing program in your hand, in your pocket, right?
Definitely.
Yeah. So your life changed. Now she's making much more money than she used to make, right? Now she's happy. If you're looking into her past, you can see she's looking really happy, right? And she attracts amazing people in her life. She got beautiful circle of friends right now, right? I'm lucky to be her friend, right? So she got new friend. She changed her income, and she's much more confident, right? That's why she's coming here, right? Talking in front of 450 people. Could you do this like a few months ago, Lucija?
No.
Could you do an interview in front of 450 people?
Definitely no.
Absolutely. She learned about self-image because she was going through this incredible program. That's what we learned yesterday, guys. So make sure if you didn't watch day 3 training, it's all about self-image. If you want to be more confident, there's no other lesson that you have to learn. It's all about self-image, guys. Okay. So this person's life changed in 3 months, right? In 3 months. Now she's kind of living dream. That doesn't mean she's perfect, but she's going after bigger dreams right now.
I agree.
Yeah, I really, really wish you all the best. I think you can do much better. You got into this when you are so young. When you're 40, you will be a superstar, right? You'll be a superstar coach, changing thousands of lives. I'm pretty sure about that, right? And so tell us about what's the best lesson you learned in this program. What is the best thing you got? For me, it's self-image. What is for you?
Yeah, there are a lot of. So I think that each lesson out of these 12, it's really important, and you cannot separate one that is like not important or less, but they're also important. And so you cannot have this program without any of them. But one that really helped me change me, it is knowing doing gap. The lesson that is teaching me, that taught me about so many things that I knew back then that I know right now, and just nothing like things that I have learned through my education, things that I have learned through my life, but also the things that I think, the things that I feel, and everything, and to put that in doing. We always have this feeling that we are not worth of anything and that we cannot do things in our lives. We have a wish, sometimes we have even a goal, but we are scared to go towards that and to fulfill that, and because we lack the confidence, we think that we lack the knowledge, we think that we lack a lot of things. But you know what? You will never gather the knowledge that you need completely for anything, and you always have to learn. You will never know everything. This is the first thing that I learned. The second thing is that I have my knowledge right now, and I can put it into use, and I can give this knowledge to other people as well. And through this process, of using my knowledge actually and putting into action, I learned even more. And I then I was able also to put this new knowledge also into action, you know? And this is the lesson that changed my life, to really like, it gave me so much confidence to act on things that I want to act on in my life.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah, this is what I
gap.
found.
Yeah,
Yeah, knowing doing
that's
gap.
knowing doing gap. You know, there's a lesson 2 and 3 is all about knowing doing gap, right? People know we need to do things. All right. For example, like I'll give you a good example. There are like people who got a lot of education. Some people got double degrees, some people got masters, PhDs, right? But they're financially struggling, right? They're not living their dream lives, right? They're living paycheck to paycheck. But they have incredible knowledge. What if they apply those knowledge in their life, right? But they're not doing it. So they're just making $100,000 a year. That's what they're doing, right? They're settling for, they're getting on a comfort zone. But there are some other people, they're like school dropouts. Bob Proctor was one of those, right? School dropout, they go to year 8 in the school, they get out of the school, they start doing things, right? Because they have this desire, they have this burning desire, they start doing things and they change their lives, right? They build $1 million businesses, right? They become celebrities. Yeah, that's right.
You know, they had a desire and they knew that they can really impact their lives, and they have the trust, and they have the trust in themselves and in the knowledge they have. And you don't need to have a lot of knowledge to start do anything. Trust me, guys, you will gather it through the process.
Absolutely.
The process is the process is the only way when you can gather the knowledge. Exactly.
Yeah, knowledge doesn't matter. It's all about what you do, right? A lot of people think I need to be perfect to start my dream business. I need to be perfect to go on a stage. I need to be perfect to make a video on the social media, right? But it never happened. You never get perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? But you can get better, right? People who got that mindset, they just keep doing with what they got, right? They're getting better every single day and they become stars when they have this consistency, right? In 5 years from now, oh, they become stars. Like people waiting to be perfect, they never start. They never start their dream business, never. Is that right, Lucija?
Completely. I completely agree with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for giving that lesson. You know, it's a big problem everybody got. They know what to do. We all know what to do, right? We know if you want to lose weight, we need to go to the gym. We need to lift weight. You need to eat right, and you need to sleep right. Pretty simple, right? You know that.
Yes.
But you're not doing it. People who smoking, they know like if you smoke, you might get killed by smoking. It costs you a lot of money and it's going to ruin your relationship. People know it, but they just anyway just take the cigarette and smoke, right? Because your paradigm in your subconscious mind controls everything, right? Beliefs and habits. So if you want to close that gap, you got to build new beliefs and build new habits. That's all. But you need a system, you need a process. So we both been so lucky. We got this process and we could change our lives in a very short period of time, right? You change your life in like 3-4 months in a very rapid way, right? I'm really proud about you. So yeah, that's it, guys. So make sure you watch all these training series, right? All the interviews, because you're going to get some incredible information that you never learned in the school, right? If you go through this interview with Lucija, you will understand if she could change, you can change too, right? She was someone who's doing something she didn't love doing, getting underpaid, but now she's doing something she loves doing, right? And making really good money. And you can do that too. All right. So make sure you get in this training, these interviews for free, but don't take it for granted. Make notes, you know, do whatever you have to do. Try to apply these things in your life. That's all you got to do, right? Just do it like what you learned from her today, knowing, doing gap. Okay, knowing is not enough. You got to go and do things, right? Act on your ideas. Otherwise, you're never going to live your dreams. Yeah. So thank you so much, Lucija, for coming here. Like, if you are someone, you know, like if you're a young person listening to this and you think she's a role model for you, reach out to her, right? Maybe she can help you to live your dreams. Reach out to her, right? And thank you again for coming down. I really appreciate that, and coming here and sharing your brave story. And I've been brave to share your amazing story. Okay, that actually inspired me, and I believe it inspired all the people listening right now. Okay, and I wish you all the best. You know, I believe you're gonna be a superstar coach 10 years from now. You're already a superstar coach, but within 10 years from now, you're going to change thousands of lives. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for having me.
No, you're welcome. Anytime. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.